Hello, I'm Sloth, and for this Halloween, we are recapping Silence of the Lambs. This movie is great and a definite must-watch for thrill lovers. Anyways, let's start. The movie starts in the woods, where we meet our protagonist Clarice Sterling in an FBI training montage. Clarice is called for by Jack Crawford. Jack says to Clarice to talk to the psychiatrist Hannibal Lecter.
I want you to go after him again today in the asylum.
Who's the subject?
The psychiatrist, Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal the cannibal.
The reason why Clarice needs to talk to Hannibal is because they are trying to find another killer named Buffalo Bill, who likes to skin victims and take their skin. Clarice goes down to meet Hannibal, and oh god, he is terrifying. Clarice tries to bring up Buffalo Bill immediately, however Hannibal roasts her in denial.
You fly back to school now, little Starling.
Hannibal gets offended, so he calls Clarice and tells her to visit Miss Moret. Clarice goes to Find Yourself Storage to meet Miss Moret, but the door is jammed. But Clarice managed to open it. She finds a bodiless head and realizes that Hannibal lied to her. Clarice visits Hannibal again, and Hannibal offers to tell Clarice who Buffalo Bill is for a room with a view. Meanwhile, we see this girl singing in her car. She loves singing so much that she doesn't even know she's being watched. When she stops, we see this man trying to put this couch in his car. When the girl tries to help him, she is forced into his car and given a beating. Now we see Clarice again, and she is getting flown out to West Virginia, also known as where Buffalo Bill's past victim was found. She matches the same description of what Bill does to his victims. Starves them for 3 days, kills them, skins them, and throws them into a river. In West Virginia, Clarice goes to her father's funeral, where she gets a flashback to when she was a kid. After the flashback, Clarice and others are tasked with inspecting the body. They find an insect in her mouth, and to find out what the insect is, Clarice brings it to an entomologist? A person who studies insects, and they find out that it's a deathhead moth. Deadhead moths are only found in Asia. We find out that Buffalo Bill would have had to place it in her mouth, and that Bill would have had to also taken care of the bug super hard. Now we are at one of the most iconic scenes in the movie. We saw our first actual glimpse of Buffalo Bill. Bill tells the girl to rub the lotion on her skin. He gets pissed when she doesn't put the lotion in the basket.
He places the lotion in the basket.
I want to see my mommy. Please, no. I want to see my
Put the fucking lotion in the basket!
We find out that the girl's name is Catherine, and her mother speaks out. Her plan is to ask for help, but also to make Buffalo Bill feel more genuine. I mean, not like he is, but nobody knows who he is, so it gets reasonable. The way she tries to make Buffalo Bill feel more genuine is keep referring Catherine as a she, because Buffalo Bill thinks people as an it, so looking at Catherine as a natural person would hopefully make Buffalo Bill more guilty. However, that's not gonna happen, okay? Nothing happened. Clarice goes to Hannibal Lecter again and promises to stay at a place where there's a window and a beach visit every single year, if he tells who Buffalo Bill is. Hannibal mentions that Clarice should visit medical centers because Buffalo Bill was rejected for sex change. Now, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. First, remember when Clarice flew out to West Virginia? Well, we never find how she got back. I'm guessing it's from a plane. But now she's visiting Lecter, which is not in West Virginia because she would have had to flow out to West Virginia. Now Lecter wants Clarice to go to hospitals near her, even though he's not in West Virginia, and the body was found in West Virginia. I mean, this is just so clearly a lie, and nobody catches it. Shelton, this guy, is actually listening to the conversation the entire time. When he finds out the deal is fake, Shelton gives Lecter an actual deal. However, as telling Lecter, he leaves his pen, but that won't matter.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
Lecter says he is only going to tell who Buffalo Bill is to the senator in person, also the mom of Catherine. So now he has flown out to Tennessee. Lecter says that Buffalo Bill's real name is Louis Friend and tells her his address, height, and a very good compliment.
Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.
Lecter is brought to a cell with a great view. Clarice talks to Lecter and confronts him about how Louis' friend is fool's gold, which also known as fake. Lecter talks to Clarice, but before anything really happens, she is taken away. The guards deliver Lecter dinner and handcuff him to bars. However, you know the pen? Well, Lecter uses the pen to unlock himself.
Jimmy, watch it, he's got this!
Meanwhile, gunshots and elevator movements keep the guards on check. The police go up to the 5th floor and they don't find Lecter, but they do find one of the guards dead. Lecter had that much time before someone noticed. Also, the elevator was moving. Obviously, Lecter is not going to be in the place he was originally in. I mean, like, that's how an elevator works. You don't stay in the same place if you're going. I don't know what the context of that was. It turns out that one of the guards is still alive. They rush him to the paramedics, but they find blood on the top. They open the ceiling, but it appears to be Lecter's body. However, something happens. The man who is seen to be the guard is Lecter! Anyways, Clarice visits the first victim's house and realizes that one of the clothes is matched with the girl's body before. Clarice finds out that Buffalo Bill makes clothing out of human skin. However, they have already cracked that case, apparently. Back in Bill's house, Catherine is losing her mind. She drags Bill's dog in, and we find out that the police are storming in. No! Oh, no! But it turns out the police actually got the wrong door. But it turns out that Clarice got the right one. She asks Bill if he has any idea of the missing of a girl. Bill says, nope, I have no idea, not in the back of my basement. Bill says no, but Clarice goes right inside and she notices something. Specifically, the moth only found in Asia. She grabs a gun, but Bill escapes. Bill turns the lights off and grabs his night vision goggles. He gets a little too close though, almost touching Clarice's hair. After Clarice is congratulated, she gets a call. It's Hannibal the Cannibal. The movie ends with Lecter walking away. The end. This movie is great. Not a horror movie, but I would definitely say it's scary at some parts. You have to watch this movie. It's a must watch. And I know this video is pretty short, and I would definitely say it had a bunch of highs and great moments. In general, I would give this movie an A tier. 8.5 out of 10. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Yeah. Sloth, bye. Just put the fucking lotion on the mask.